In this part, we will discuss some more useful tools like index, anchors, hyperlinks, and cross-references. We are nearing to completing our book formatting. After this part, we will fine-tune our formatting, we will check our book, our headings, our paragraphs, our styles and everything, create headers, footers, title page and table of contents, and prepare to finalize the formatting. Let's begin. Let's discuss index. Index is a navigation tool usually located at the back of the book and allows readers to find names, words, topics or general concepts inside the book along with their page numbers. And they are sorted in alphabetical order. Okay, let's check it. In Window, go to References and click on Index to activate the Index panel. Okay, it appears here. We can pin it somewhere here. And let's discuss that we want to add these words, yahoos, inside our index. So we want the reader to be able to find this word fast just by looking at the end of the book. So select this and click on this button, Insert Marker. And topic. Topic is the word that will appear in the index. So let's leave it just as Yahoo. Parent topic, just leave it as is for now. Style override, we don't have any specific style for this. Okay, so we have our first index. It appears on page 252. Okay, let's add something more. Maybe here. Let's add this word inside our index. Okay, the same thing here. Okay, maybe let's choose some more words. And okay, let's choose these two words. Add it. Okay. And one more somewhere down the road, somewhere maybe here. Objections. Okay. So we have added 4 words inside our index. We want them to show in our index. So we need to add one more page, add pages at the end. So number of pages 2. Insert after page 325, so at the end. Okay, we have one page here now. So to add index, click on this button. It says Insert Index. Okay. So right now it inserted with a gray background. It's probably because we were playing around with the decorations and something saved here. To get rid of this and to apply the real index style and to get rid of this additional local editing, you see here plus, just click on this button. And here we see that this has style index entry 1, so this is our entry 1. This is index section heading. You see all our words are now sorted in alphabetical order and they have sections. So H for this word, J for this, O for this. And if we would have other words, they would also be sorted like this. Okay, we can add the word index, so the heading just above, heading 2 in our case. And we can also design this. So let's move this all the way to the left. And let's make it semi-bold. And let's add one empty line above it. Okay, update. Great, this updated. And this one, let's set the left indentation at 15 points. Okay, and update. Great, we have just created our first index. So imagine that in this book I want to quickly find the place where we discuss the objections. And let's say this topic appears only once inside the book, or this is the first mention of the objections inside the book. Yes? So I open the index at the end of the book, look at the objections here. I say, okay, great, it's located at the page 321, and I go to page number 321. Great. Let's add some more indexes. So, for example, company. Let's index it. And now we can choose a parent topic. So let's say we want Yahoo's to be a parent. And let's see how it will appear. In here, in this panel, we see that company, this topic appears under Yahoo's. Okay, let's go back here and let's update our index. And you see that when I try to update it, it doesn't update. Yes, that can happen with the indexes or table of contents, and if we were playing around with many styles. So let's just delete the index list here and say that this paragraph here is a body style. Okay, so manually, and then insert back here. So this now should work. And you see that the company is now under Yahoo's. So the word company is just a part of this topic. This could be, for example, if we would discuss football, and this would be, let's say, rules. So on this page, we discuss the football in general, and on this page, we discuss the rules of the football, yes? So that we don't repeat football on this page and football rules. We just create parent topic like this. It can be many here. So for example, I'm just adding manually here, but you should add that correctly. Okay, could be like a coaches on some different page. And this means that we discuss football, we discuss rules of the football, and we discuss coaches of the football that belongs to this topic. Okay? Of course, I have just done it manually, just to show you. But if you are in your book have correct topics and correct order, and you do this as I showed you with creating new indexes and assigning the parent topics, that should work fine. We can also create a topic manually without creating an index entry inside the book. We can also add C something. So for example, let's create a new topic. Let's say New York. Yes, and C, it will be referred to objections. Okay. You see, so now we have a new entry, New York, C objections. So for example, let's add it here. I want to add New York. Okay. So let's update this. New York, at this page, C also objections. It means they are the same, they are similar, and they refer to the same topic. And to find this word inside Affinity, just double click on this, and it's here. You see, just this lay. We can show or hide index marks, and whenever you see this flag, it means that this part is indexed. Let's now discuss hyperlinks and anchors. So for example, let's say I want this word to be hyperlinked. I just select this word, right click on it and add hyperlink. So this hyperlink can be in several types. It can be anchor, we will discuss it just a little bit later. It can be as an email, so you insert the email address, and whenever you click on this, it will open your email agent or email app where you can start typing email at this address. Of course, all these hyperlinks works only with the electronic PDFs. If you are creating ebooks, ebook as PDFs, and so on. It can be a file, it can open a file inside some location, it can be referred to a page, it can refer to a section, so if we have sections, or it can refer to a specific website or URL. Okay, let's say we want this to move us to page 23. Okay. You see now, this has separate character style. It has hyperlink. We can adjust that, and let's right click on that and choose go to hyperlink target. Okay, we just jumped to page number 23. Perfect. What about anchors? We can create an anchor, for example, here. Right click on it, insert anchor. So yes, just with the name any, export as bookmark. If you are working on creating a ebook as PDFs, and when exporting, you can select, you can choose that you want your headings to appear as bookmarks. In this case, you don't want to export this word as bookmark because inside all these headings, this bookmark any will be visible. So let's deselect that. Okay. So we have anchor somewhere here. Okay, let's change our hyperlink here. Edit hyperlink. We want this to be anchor any. Yes, we have our anchor named any. Let's choose that and click OK. Let's see if it works. Go to hyperlink target. Great. You see my cursor is now at any. So this works just perfectly. Now let's look at the cross-references. Cross-references allows us to create references inside the book such as like see page number 23 or see figure number this, and that happens automatically. Whenever we update the page, we don't need to rewrite all these cross-references. And let's create a first cross-reference. Let's create a new anchor, for example on this page. Okay, Europe. Let's create an anchor for this. Go to Window, References, Anchors. And here we want to add a new anchor, Europe. Okay, great. So we have this word as an anchor. And at the end of this paragraph, I want to add a cross-reference. Click on this button here. I want to link to an anchor, but I can also link to a paragraph, so any paragraph inside the book. Or it can be index mark, also any that we have just created. Let's choose anchor. Okay, Europe. Preset, we can of course create a preset, or we can write something manually. See page this inside the brackets, and we can save this as a preset. Here we can create one, but just leave it as this for now. Style override and other things, we don't change it, and generate hyperlinks. Okay. See, here we have our cross-reference. See page 265 for this word, Europe. We can check the Europe here. If we click here, we go to this cross-reference. If we click here, we go to target, Europe. Okay, here. So let's say we want to move our anchor, Europe, here. Let's cut it and paste it on the page before. Or imagine that we were working with formatting, we were adding pages and images, and of course the text will be shifted by several pages. And in this case, so that we don't manually update every time see page to another, we have cross-references automated. So go to cross-references and click on update all or update some specific cross-reference. Let's click on update all. Great, now we have 263. Before it was 265. It is super handy when you want to refer inside your book, like see this page for this topic or see this page for this figure, and you want to automate everything here so that you don't do it manually, and because when you do it manually it takes a lot of time and it is error prone. Okay, great. In the next part we will fine-tune our formatting, we will do final touches, we will create footers and headers and the title page.